Hey guys, Zennosh here, and today in this video of Exos Heroes, I'm here to tell you guys what are the best cards and stone side effects that you can provide to your heroes considering the current contents. Let's get this started. So right off the bat, I'm gonna tell it to you right away. For the Unawakened heroes, or let's say the new heroes that you have just summoned, for those heroes, the best Guardian Stone side effect is going to be either the Frost Element side effect or the Machine Element side effect. And you may be asking why. Alright, for the Frost Element side effect, it just gives you a huge boost of up to a total of 390 block stats. That is really great for your hero units because it can actually mean the difference between life and death. If somehow your heroes can block the incoming damage, the damage will be mitigated drastically by a large proportion, okay? And that can actually allow them to avoid getting one shot, and that is really huge, especially in the PvP contents. I mean, like, just think about it. If you start to lose your teammates, or let's say your allies, one after another, you are going to lose the battle eventually. Even if you just lose just one single hero unit from your team, there's a huge chance that now you are going to lose the battle. Alright, so in order to avoid that one, Frost Element side effect is out there for the rescue. And guess what, guys? It is one of the safest choice out there. You can actually provide Frost Element side effect to every hero unit out there, and you can still do fine. Alright, that's how good it really is. Just being able to avoid getting one shot is really awesome, especially if you have certain healers like, let's say, Dorka around. With that certain combo out there, wow, Frost Element side effect will shine for your Unawakened heroes. That is. Next is going to be the Machine Element side effect that provides the status effect immunity for up to 2 turns per round, and that is really amazing as well, especially for your attacker units and the support units. Consider this situation right over here. You have Baraka as the main damage dealer, right? And if your Baraka gets provoked or stunned or shocked, what's going to happen? Basically, his turn is pretty much useless, okay? Being provoked, he is forced to hit that certain target 100%, and usually it's going to be a defensive unit who is so good at blocking the damages and being able to mitigate a lot of damage out there or tank a lot of damage, and that is definitely not going to be really great, especially in the PvP contents, right? And if you are under the effect of the stun or the shock, what's going to happen? You will not be able to take the action in the first place, and that's going to be really problematic, you know, like from the very beginning, isn't it? And well, it's just like immunity out there, guys, meaning like in any other RPG gacha games out there, just like Epic 7 or Summoner's War, immunity is one of the most sought out buff out there, right? And Exos Heroes is no different case as well, alright? Even in here, if you have some immunity, definitely it's gonna go a long way, especially in the PvP battles. So Machine Element side effect is out there to provide that passive immunity right off the bat for up to 2 turns per battle, per round, and that is really great indeed. So I would say, for the attacker type units, or let's say support type units, you would want to go with the Machine Element side effect. And for the guardians, you can actually go with, or let's say, you know, the guardian sets, or let's, you know, like that tanker, or let's say that defensive type units, you definitely want to go with the Frost Element side effect to provide that massive block stat boost, so that they can actually have a higher chance of blocking the incoming damage, and thus to mitigate the damage really nicely. And that's really that. And if you're asking, what about the other elements side effects right here? How about the fire? How about the nature? How about the light? And how about the dark? And I would say they are not really that great, even though they seems to promise a lot. But I would say, you know, like their effect is not really that very amazing. First of all, let's talk about the fire. It just provides a total of up to like 20% total damage reduction. Sounds good, but it's not really as that powerful as that of block effect. Trust me, block effect can really do save your heroes from getting one shot, and this 20% damage reduction, it may not, okay? It's not really that effective in my opinion. Yes, it is good, but it's not really that amazing compared to Frost Element side effect. That's what I'm saying, alright? And next is going to be the Nature Element type, and I would say it is kind of good for the first guardians, but except for first guardians, it's really bad for any other units out there. I mean, like, plus 20 does stats, it's nothing. It's like, okay, I would like say it's maybe it's an RNG, guys, alright? Dodge is really good, even better than block, because what's gonna happen is, like, when you dodge a certain attack, you completely negate the incoming damage, and that seems really huge, right? But this RNG boost right over here is pretty insignificant in my opinion. Plus 20 points only, that's not really gonna cause a huge, you know, like, change in the battlefield. Next is gonna be the light element side effect, granting up to a total of 1920 points barrier, and I would say, like, sounds good but not really that amazing, okay? Because 1920 damage, nowadays it's nothing. You can easily overcome that kind of like barrier in no time at all. I'm like, have you seen Fate Core Deva dealing damage of about like 60k up to a total of like 120k or even more than that one? Yeah, consider like, what is this in front of that kind of damage? It's like nothing. Okay, if you somehow manage to face a battle against the Fate Core Deva, you will understand like, oh my god, this is so puny. It's nothing. Next is gonna be the darkness set. That's gonna be providing you guys the vampire effect or the lifesteal effect. Up to a 30% of the damage will be converted into the health recovery, right? And that sounds good as well. But hey guys, if you are gonna get one shot one way or another, what's good is in it. Think about it, right? A block effect is out there to provide that protection from getting one shot, and guess what guys, in PvP contests getting one shot is a very frequent thing. Trust me, it's very frequent thing. All right, and if you're already getting one shot, then this thing right over here is not gonna do any good to you, because you have to wait for your turn and you have to deal a really good damage to actually get a really good advantage out of it. And the thing is that like you might actually already been got one shot before actually able to access your turn. All right, so that actually makes this not really that effective in my opinion. If you have different opinions or insights, please let me know in the comment section below. And now let's talk about the main shit right over here, where all the beginners might have been having a lot of confusion about, all right, or having a lot of questions about. During the awakening, what are the Guardian Stone side effects that you really need to provide to your hero units? Now that is a very tricky question, alright? And I would say when you are trying to awaken your certain hero unit, you need to make sure that you should be either giving them the fire side effect or the frost side effect. These are the two type of Guardian Stone side effects that's going to provide them the greatest value compared to any other out there. Alright, especially the fire element type. With fire element type, you just cannot go wrong, except for certain units like let's say Schmidt or let's say the Unawaken, okay, because they just need that higher defensive stats in order for them to work with their synergy much nicely, okay, so that their synergy can work really better. For that case, definitely they would want to go with the frost element set effect when they are awakening, okay? But for the other hero units, the fire, it just cannot go wrong, because having that flat plus 5000 HP, it's really good considering the current content that is known as the signature force that totally ignores the defense. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it ignores the defense. That's why I'm still a skeptic about this frost side effect as well, because it provides a hefty boost of 700 points of defense. That is a lot, but if the signature force is out there, which is the current meta, and that's going to ignore the defense altogether, I mean like what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of having like high defense out there? It means nothing, right? So that is the problem out there, all right? So for Unawaken, I would say, yes, go with the frost element side effect, because for his fear of abyss to work, he needs to have higher defense than compared to the opponent, right? And same goes with the Schmidt as well for his, like synergy to actually work really nice out there. So that is it, guys. For the nature element side effect right away, guys, that's gonna provide you 2000 HP points, which is so low than compared to 5000, and in extra it's going to provide you guys dodge rate plus 12 at max. And I already said that like I'm not even happy with plus 20 dodge points, plus 20, all right, right over here. And would you think that like I will be really happy with plus 12 right over here? No, not really. Next is gonna be the machine set effect, which is going to provide HP plus up to a maximum of 3000 and hit boost by only up to 12 points, which I think is, it's not a lot. It's like, oh man, it's so low RNG boost. It's so low. So I would say I would definitely go with the 5000. And you can also notice that like the status effect immunity is now actually removed, and it's now actually been taken to 3000 HP boost plus 12 hit. So now the machine element set effect is not really that good anymore. Next is going to be the light set effect, which is going to provide you guys a total of 200 defense boost and a 12 dodge rate boost. And the dodge rate, as I told you guys a while ago, plus 12, it's a very low RNG, and plus 200 defense compared to like 700 defense out there, it's so low. Okay, so light element set effect, just skip it when you are trying to awaken your hero. And finally, the darkness. All right, from the lifesteal, it's now actually providing you a flat boost of defense plus 500, which is pretty good, I would say, and hit is boosted by plus 12. So you might actually want to consider for certain specific times, but I would say not really, okay? Because of the signature force, it's like you can just totally like avoid this one. So I would say the best is definitely going to be either the fire and the frost type, and you also need to make sure that when awakening, make sure that your hero has either the fire or the frost, especially the fire one. For example, right over here, guys, when I'm really going to try to awaken my Fate Core Deva right over here, I would really want to provide her with the fire element. Now she has this frost element set effect, which is totally not good. I should be changing her Guardian Stone set effects to all red, okay, so that she will be having better boost when she is going to get awakened. So when awakening her, I would definitely try to give her this thing right over here so that she has better chance of survival when she is going to suffer that signature force damage from the opponent's side. Alright, so that is it, guys. Well, as I said to you guys a little while ago, like let's say for Shuriken right over here, when you are going to look into his skills right over here, guys, what's gonna happen is the Fear of Abyss. Adds Fear of Abyss mark to enemies with the defense lower than. So definitely in order to oppress the units, definitely the Shuriken needs to have higher defense stats, right? And definitely when you are going to awaken your Shuriken with those frost element set effect, definitely is going to have better advantage out there. And the next thing that you need to consider is gonna be this Unawakened thing, because if you are not going to awaken your heroes really nicely, you might have to suffer this penalty of 500 cess to unawaken them, and the equipments, the faded armors that you have sacrificed in order to awaken your certain hero unit will not be compensated anymore. Yes, you heard me right. It's already written explicitly right over here. You can use currency to unawaken your hero. Destroyed armor will not be restored when you unawaken a hero. So please be careful of that one as well. So when you are going to awaken your hero, be careful, guys, because when you are going to awaken your hero, your Guardian Stones are going to be consumed, your faded armor is going to be consumed in order to provide a permanent boost to your particular hero unit. Alright, so that is that, guys. And when you are going to unawaken, the permanent boost that was applied to your hero unit is actually gonna get deducted. Like attack is gonna be reduced by up to like 1500 points, defense is gonna be decreased by 1000 points, and HP is gonna be reduced by 6600 points. So that's that, guys. How about if I'm going to unawaken my Shuriken? His defense is gonna be reduced by up to a total of 1700 points, because that 700 defense was coming from this frost element side effect. Alright, so that was it. And that kind of like penalty is gonna be very, very harsh on your hero unit. So yeah, when you are going to awaken, make sure that you are awakening with a really good set of Guardian Stone element set effect that is applied on your heroes. Alright, because that's going to be a permanent boost out there. And yes, even after awakening, if you still consider providing your heroes with really good set effects with your rank 1 armor, you are going to get even more status effects out there. For example, right here, my Rera has now actually been able to get this plus 750 HP boost right over there, guys. Alright, and that is great thanks to this flame Guardian Stone set effect right over here, even as awakened hero unit right over there. So that is another thing out there. So as a summary, I would say the best Guardian Stone set effect for the unawakened hero unit, like let's say right over here, my Ramjay right over here is unawakened because there is no R1 icon on him. The best Guardian Stone set effect for him is either going to be the Frost element set effect or the Machine element set effect, so that he can be immune or he has a higher block rate out there. Alright, but if he's going to get awakened, I would definitely trying to give him the Fire element set effect before awakening, so that like he has that permanent boost of 5000 HP, so that he has better survivability against the signature force damage that completely ignores the defense. So having higher HP is going to be more meaningful out there, right? And after awakening, definitely I will try to provide him more faded rank 1 armors that's going to have the fire element side effect on them, so that he is actually going to enjoy more HP out there and have more survival in the battlefield. So that is it, guys. And if you guys have any extra questions, let me know in the comment section below. Any queries, I will be really happy to answer all your questions out there. And that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video.